in the room. It looks like we're going to be able to start back up with item number 8 at 9:30. That's in about 6 minutes. Good morning and welcome back to the Thursday, September 12th Board of County Commissioners Land Use Meeting. We have been in recess and are now on item number 8.
Item number 8 is a map amendment rezoning Windermere South zone change to RM30, a request by Windsor Ridge Homes for approval of a map amendment rezoning of 9.25 acres from RS 5000 residential suburban to RM30 residential multi-dwelling. The property is located at 7653 Mardell Lane and is directly southeast of the intersection of North Carefree Circle and Mark Shuffle Road. This item was heard as a called-up consent item at the August 15th, 2024 Planning Commission hearing. The vote was 9-0 for recommendation of approval to the Board of County Commissioners. Discussion from the public included concerns regarding traffic, water, and the Colorado Springs Utility Propane Station. Commissioners discussed traffic and compatibility with the existing neighborhood. Parcel number 53294-16011, Commissioner District number 2, file P229, Justin Kilgore, Planning Manager.
And may the record reflect that Commissioner Williams has joined us. We did do a previous excusal for the consent calendar. Mr. Kilgore.
Good morning, Commissioners. The case before you is P229 Windermere South zone change. It's to RM30. Kylie Bagley was the planner and Hal Vo was the engineer on this project. If you're watching remotely and wish to comment, not provided a name and reliable phone number, please email that information to pcdhearings@elpasoco.com. Here before you is the hearing procedure, with the board making the final decision on rezoning applications. The applicant is proposing to rezone 9.25 acres from RS 5000 to RM30. Property is located off of Mardell Lane. Application was heard at August 15th by the Planning Commission. They recommended approval of the project with a 9-0 vote. There were a couple of citizens that spoke in opposition, traffic concerns, water concerns, and then one of the citizens had a concern about the safety of the neighborhood due to the propane station adjacent to the property. The criteria of approval is before you as well as in front of you. I'm sorry, I'm having the little spinning wheel. Here's the subject property. As you can see, it is surrounded by the city of Colorado Springs, some RS 6000, some RS 5000, and RR5 and PUD. The dimensional standard chart for the two zoning districts, existing and proposed. The master plan elements, the property is in the urban residential place type. It is also in the minimal change transition area of change. The property is not located within a regulatory floodplain. It is located in the Sand Creek Drainage Basin, which is a studied basin. It has associated drainage and bridge fees. And when a final plat does come in for recordation, the fees will be due for this. Grading and erosion control plan will be required at the subsequent application. As far as transportation goes, 2 full movement access points on Mardell, as you can see here and here. And the applicant is to provide escrow for their proportional share of a traffic signal at Antelope Ridge Drive, North Carefree Circle, as mandated by the city of Colorado Springs. It is subject to the road impact fee program, and the driveway access permits are required for the new access points. The county notified 55 surrounding property owners on July 30th. The owner is Windsor Ridge Homes, and the representative is Kimley Horn. May I answer any questions for the commissioners?
Do we have any questions of staff at this time? Okay. Is Is the applicant ready to present? Please come on down, introduce yourself, and I believe your presentation is being pulled up by Mr. Kilgore. Thank you. Thanks for your patience today.
Well, good morning, and thank you for your patience as well. I know it's been a challenging day for a lot of travelers. My name is Jim Hauk. I'm with Kimley Horn, acting as a planning representative with the project. Thank you for your time, and also want to thank staff. I think one of the things that I wanted to mention is that we did spend a lot of time going through options for this property. That it's been sitting there for a while, and staff was very patient as we went through iteration after iteration to find the right kind of fit there. And we are moving forward with your blessing today with a less than zoned product, meaning that we are coming with a fewer units than what would be maximally allowed with this one as well. So we're moving forward with some plans for that with staff. I won't spend a lot of time. I think I understand how this works. I won't spend a lot of time recapping too much of this. Just wanted to talk a little bit more about context with the land use. Again, as was mentioned, the zoning application does fit within kind of the existing RS 500 zone, and as part of a preliminary plan that was approved. You can see here with the zoning, we also have Colorado Springs on either side of us with the PIP PBC, it's a mouthful, giving us also just a different type of a transition on the east side, and then consistent with what's happening on the west side of the county's zoning classifications. Again, just for more context, and also alluding to some of the highlights within the master plan. The project is, as mentioned, is consistent with the place type and the transition areas within the county's master plan, and is reflective also as a consistent transition with the city to the east. Again, just another picture for context and kind of a density pattern look at things, and you can see much of the resident or the PIP, the Colorado Springs side of the Marsh Shuffle has not been developed, but it is intended to kind of reflect what is happening to the south of that. This intersection will definitely grow and provide this zone change will provide a transition to the single family that's there. As mentioned, traffic was talked a lot about at Planning Commission. I think there was just some historical context provided by the neighbors, as well as the experiences out there. Everybody recognizes that the charter school is a big driver of traffic during peak periods out there, and it does create some challenges. With that being said, we did spend a lot of time working with staff as well as with city traffic on what those solutions look like, particularly at the intersection. As indicated, we were also agreeing to the conditions of the escrow for the signalization there at Carefree. There is also some lane and striping improvements happening at the intersection just north of that intersection as well that will help with the movements through the neighborhood and during those peak periods. I think traffic is traffic for lots of things. We've done our studies in a couple different manners. One, looking at the full build out of an RM30 as well as the revised site plan that we're moving forward with, and we think we've found a good balance there with those improvements. I won't bore you with anything else there. I think for the other other comment that was brought up, and I don't know if the county staff has been able to verify anything more about the gas facility, but it sounds like it's been there for more than 25 years, and it's been kind of a fixture in the neighborhood for the most part. So we didn't see that as an issue at this point. Any questions?
Do we have any questions for the applicant at this time?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. With that, we will, does staff have anything further that they would like to address or add? Okay, thank you. So we will move on to anyone who's here in support of this application. This is the public hearing portion. If there's anyone here to speak in support of this application, now is your opportunity to do so. Is there anyone here in the room who would like to speak on behalf of this application? Okay, hearing none in the room and none online. Thank you, Nancy. Is there anyone here in opposition of this application? Hearing none in the room and none online. Okay, with that, usually if there has been testimony during this time of during the public hearing portion, this is the applicant's opportunity to rebut anything that was said during that time. But assuming that you are happy with your presentation as is, I will then close the public hearing portion and bring it up here for discussion. Commissioner Geithner, this is in your district.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I appreciate the presentations and comparing this to our criteria for a rezone. I do find that it meets the criteria as listed and would move approval of this item.
I'll second.
That has been moved and seconded. Are there any further comments? I think I'm just going to say gratitude for, you have a lot of parties to work with, more than just your surrounding property owners with this. It sounds like there's been a tremendous amount of cooperation and coordination with schools, with city, with utilities, and others. And I appreciate the diligence in approaching it that way in a collaborative manner. And with that, I will call the roll. Commissioner Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner Vanderwerf.
Aye.
Commissioner Geithner.
Aye.
And the chair votes aye. That passes 4-0 with Commissioner Gonzalez excused. Congratulations. Item number 9.
Item number 9 is department and committee reports, non-action items, and there are none.
Item 10.
Item number 10 is the addendum, and there are no addendums today.
Item 11.
Item 11 is the executive session, and there is no request for executive session.
We are adjourned.